On this video, I'm gonna give you 3 tips to destroy writer's block. Hey, what's going on? My name is Ruslan, hip-hop artist, creative entrepreneur. I run a boutique label called Kingstream Entertainment based here in beautiful North County, San Diego. And I know what you're thinking. What are you doing? Why are you outside? You're usually in the studio. This is true, but I am gonna be practicing what I preach, which is rule number 1 in beating writer's block. You gotta create before you consume. So I just pulled up to the gym. I'm in North County, San Diego. I'm about to work out, but before I checked any social media today, before I hopped on Instagram, before I went on YouTube, I made sure that I first am being creative and doing something. Oftentimes when we are trying to make music, when we're trying to write, even when we're trying to make YouTube videos, hopping on social media may seem like a good idea. It may seem like, oh, I'm gonna go on there, I'm gonna get inspired, but you're really gonna stifle your own creativity by comparing yourself to others, by gleaming into what other people are doing. Social media is a great tool for connection, but not necessarily the best tool for building yourself up and being creative. And so I think rule number 1, tip number 1, whatever we're gonna call it, we are going to limit our social media interaction and make it a point to first create before we consume. Create before you consume. That's the first tip in breaking writer's block. The second tip in breaking writer's block is what I'm doing now, man. You gotta get up, you gotta move around, get your butt to the gym, do something active. Most of us spend our days sitting. We're driving to work. We are in the studio, sitting in the studio. We are just sitting down, and that people were not designed to sit. We were not designed to sit as long and as often as we sit. So you got to get up and do something. Go to the gym, go outside on a walk. Motion creates emotion. I repeat, motion creates emotion. So I think for me, I go to the gym every day. That's my solace. That's my way to escape. So I say 1, figure out something physical to do, and then 2, literally get up and do something active. I have a video on why rappers should throw away their mic stands. Check that video out. I'll put it somewhere up here, and you'll see my perspective on like why it's important to move around, why it's important to do active stuff with our bodies, because it'll actually get the blood flowing and it'll actually get you inspired. So number 1, create before you consume. Number 2, motion creates emotion. And the third one, I almost forgot about the third tip. Man, so many of us are not properly utilizing this little special, I don't even know what we call it. Some people might call it a drug. I don't like to call it a drug, but utilizing caffeine for productivity. Now, the issue with caffeine a lot of times is all the other junk that goes along with caffeine. Right? So a lot of sugar, creamers, if you're drinking energy drink, who knows what's in that stuff. But what I'm talking about is clean caffeine, clean energy. Every morning I do my pre-gym proverbs on Instagram. If you're not following me on Instagram, you should be following me on Instagram, right? I do that every single day, and that gives me, that gets me going because I'm consuming a little bit of caffeine in my pre-workout to get me going. I drink my little yerba mate. It's very low in sugar, and those things inspire me. They get me going. They just get the mind firing. And I think we forget that God put caffeine on this earth, man. So that's something that I drink. Some of you guys are like, you know, whatever, not very tolerant to caffeine. I'm a dude that I drink teas. I don't drink coffee, but some people drink black coffee. So I would say utilize caffeine, whether it's black coffee, whether it's some type of tea. Watch the sugar intake, and I promise you, if you're not somebody that regularly consumes caffeine, it will inspire you. I know that's a bit of an unorthodox approach to writing, but if you don't consume caffeine, and all of a sudden you start consuming caffeine, or just even a little bit in moderation, you'll be crazy surprised how much more energy you have and how much more productive you feel. So just to recap, 3 tips to break writer's block. 1, create before you consume. 2, motion creates emotion. Move around, get active, get physical. And 3, utilize that little thing we have called caffeine, but watch the sugar intake. I want to hear from you guys in the comments section below. What do you guys think? Are you struggling with writer's block? Is it something you've dealt with? Do you have any tips? And two, what any ideas you have for me to make more videos for you guys here on this YouTube channel? Make sure to like, subscribe, leave a comment, and share this joint with somebody that needs it. We'll be back with another video tomorrow. Peace.